Self-love is extremely important. It is far too prevalent in the world today, the amount of people that do not love themselves. Self-love is extremely important. It has everything to do with everything. It has everything to do with your self-confidence, with your self-worth, with your self-esteem. It has everything to do with how you show up for you, how you allow other people to treat you, how what you accept in your life, what you don't accept in your life, how you treat yourself, excuses. It has everything to do with everything. You have to love yourself in order to show up for yourself, in order to be the best version of yourself. You cannot be the best version of yourself and not even love yourself. It has everything to do with everything, okay? Self-love is extremely important. Now, I'm going to talk about ways to gain self-love if you do not have it already. And I'm going to talk about all the bad things that come with people who don't love themselves. Let's talk about the things that come with not loving yourself. If you don't have self-love, you have low self-confidence. If you have low self-confidence, then you have low self-esteem. And low self-confidence and low self-esteem, if you have that, it allows for you to treat yourself poorly and accept things that you would not usually allow. It will allow you will allow other people to treat you any type of way in any kind of relationships, friendships, familyships, significant others. Okay, if you do not love yourself, you will allow yourself to be treated poorly, or treated like trash, or treated like a stepping mat, garbage. You get it. If you do not have self-love, you have low self-confidence and low self-esteem, which leads yourself to compare yourself to other people and other individuals. You should never lower your self-standards and put yourself so low that you are comparing yourself to other people. The only competition is with the person who you were yesterday. And the new day you wake up, be the best version of yourself that you can be. That's the only competition with yourself, so you can keep getting better and better and better. Low self-esteem and low self-confidence will have you become a hater. It will have you become jealous. It will have you become envious of other people because there's not enough self-esteem and self-confidence there, to where now you're looking at everybody else. Okay, no self-love will also have you being in secret competition with people, because you're like I said, you're comparing yourself to other people. People who do not have self-love and do not truly love themselves cannot love anyone else. You probably have fake love for them. You probably care about them or like them or infatuated with them, depending on the person and the situation or relationship. But you cannot truly, deeply love someone else if you don't love yourself. You cannot truly be happy for someone if you do not have self-love. Because if you don't have self-love, then you are not content with what you have, or your looks, or your life, or whatever it is. And so that means you're not happy. That means you're unhappy or miserable or all the above or depressed or many, many things. So if you don't have self-love, then you cannot truly be happy for someone else. You cannot truly love someone else. If you don't love yourself, you cannot truly, genuinely, really be happy for someone if they have all these successes and all these great things about their life, and you don't even love yourself and don't show up for yourself and don't like how your life is. How can you truly be happy for someone else's? Impossible. Okay, so that's straight facts that you cannot love someone else if you don't love yourself. You cannot be happy for someone else if you are not happy with your own self in your own life. That's fact. That part, right? So you have to have self-love. It has everything to do with everything. It has so much to even do with your own mental health and your own mental well-being and state of mind. Because if you don't love yourself and don't have self love, you allow yourself to be treated any type of way. You allow yourself in toxic relationships. And like I said, that's any kind of relationship, family members, friendships, best friends, significant others, whatever it is. You allow yourself to be treated poorly and you accept all these things of how you wouldn't even of how you don't want to be treated, but you accept it and you allow it because you don't love yourself. Okay? And if you don't love yourself and you are allowing all these all this poor treatment and things, then that is going to affect your state of mind, your mental health, and your mental well-being if you are allowing people to treat you any kind of way. Because then, right? Because then you start feeling lower and lower and lower because you're like, okay, why are they treating me this way? Whatever, whatever. But you're allowing it. You're allowing it, and it's kind of like it's like a mind game, and it's like it's it's lowering the self-esteem, lowering the self-confidence because people are treating you that type of way, but you are allowing it in your life. You need to know your worth. We're gonna wait before we get there. We're gonna keep talking about how important it is for self-love, because look at all these things. If you don't love yourself, you instantly become a hater because you're hating on everybody else when, like, for X, Y, Z, A, B, C, D, all these reasons, because truly deep down you don't love yourself. So you become a hater. You have no self-esteem, low self-esteem, no confidence, no low self-confidence, whatever it is. Instantly become jealous, instantly become envious, instantly become a hater. And so, like I said, self love has to do with everything. It really does. It really does. And it's very important to have it. And it's far too many people in this world who don't have it. And you could tell that people don't have it when there's so many haters and they're so jealous and they're so envious and they accept people to treat them any kind of way. Accept this in a relationship with a significant other. Allow people to cheat on you over and over again, or allow people to beat you, or allow people to talk any type of way to you. The same thing with friendships. Allow and family members. Same thing. Allow them to treat you any type of way, any type of way. Allow them to talk to you any type of way. Allow yourself to stay in that toxic cycle. You must not have enough self-worth or enough self-confidence to get yourself out that toxic situation. Okay? You have to have enough self-confidence to know what you deserve and what you don't deserve. Okay? So, how to get self-love if you do not have it already. And the ways to get self-love is to know who you are deep down inside. A lot of people are lost. A lot of people are followers. A lot of people go through this life with midlife crisis and all this stuff. And that's at any age. You can have like a quotation mark midlife crisis because they don't know who they are. So if you know who you are, then you will love yourself. Know that you are chosen, a royal priesthood, have a special chosen DNA. Know that it is only one of you in the 7.5 billion people in this world. There is only one you. Focus on the positive instead of the negative. Stop being pessimistic and cynic and just negative and focusing on all the negatives, because society will tell you that you need to look a certain way or have a certain income, or have a BBL if you're a woman, or have this amount of muscles if you're a guy, or a 0% body fat for both, or you have to have you have to be in this tax bracket and XYZ. Society will to make you hate yourself if you're going by societal standards. But you have to get out of that fixed mindset and know that you are only one, an individual. You have to actually be that, okay? You can't just be a follower, a biter, a hater, a jealous, and all this stuff, and then say, oh, it's only one me. No, you're trying to be like everybody else, okay? So truly walk that walk while you talk that talk, okay? Know that it's just one you. Focus on the unique qualities that you have. Write a list down or journal all the positive things about you, all the great qualities about you, the things that you like about yourself. And if the list is short, start learning other things or other hobbies to do. Or if you look real deep, I'm sure you'll find some qualities, and stop focusing on all the negative stuff. Okay, those are some ways to increase your self-love and have higher self-confidence and self-esteem. Like, do not, oh, another way is to stay in your own lane. Stop worrying about everybody else and what everybody else got going. Who cares? Stay in your own lane. Worry about what you got going. Worry about how to be the best version of yourself, and stay in your own lane. You wouldn't be in so much drama and so much messiness if you're in your own lane. People don't know how to do that these days. They always in somebody else's lane, worry about somebody else, got somebody else in their mouth, instead of learning to love themselves. That's the reason they talk about people, and because, like, that's the reason they haters, that's the reason they jealous, that's the reason they envious, because they do not love themselves. If they love themselves, they wouldn't be haters. Because high self-esteem people and people who actually love themselves and have high self-confidence, they are not haters. They are rooting for other people. Like, they'll tell somebody, oh, you're pretty, oh, yay, good job. They'll congratulate people, they'll give people flowers, they'll give you a pat on the back. There's that low self-esteem people and low self-confidence and low self-love people is the ones you got to watch out for, because I don't trust nobody who don't love themselves. I don't. I can't hang out with people who have low self-confidence and low self-esteem all the time and are not trying to work on it. You have to like something about yourself. Something. Anything. You can't just be negative and just allow yourself to be treated any type of way in relationships, any kind of relationships, and then hang around people who have high self-esteem, high self-confidence. Then that's the haters. That's the closest one to you. The family members is the closest one to you, and the best friends who truly be haters and truly are not rooting for yourself. They can't even root for themselves, because they allow themselves to be treated poorly. Okay, so self-esteem, self-care, self-love, self-worth. Self-love is so, so, so important. I cannot stress the fact enough. Okay, it is extremely important. It has everything to do with everything. Like I said, your mental health, how you treat others, how you show up for yourself, how you allow others to treat you. Okay, I gave lots of reasons of how to learn to love yourself. Oh, some other reasons is do some self-care days. Work on things that you want to work on for you. Things that you can improve on, in ways that you want to get, in areas in your life that you want to get better at. Focus on it and start working on it. Okay? Stay positive, focus on the positive instead of the negative. Um, those are some ways to learn to love yourself, and it's so, so, so important. I cannot stress the fact enough. I could keep saying it a million times, because in this day and age, these people, they don't love themselves. They're always comparing themselves to people who they think are idols, or these famous people who really got nothing to look up to. They probably ain't even rich like that. That those items that they borrow is probably not even theirs, and all that stuff is materialistic stuff anyway. These famous people are so irrelevant, And these famous people are leading people straight into the pit. They're so lost and they got nothing for you to look up to. So stop comparing. Stop comparing. Stop comparing. Okay. Okay, that is the message today. Bye.